Piaget's theory of cognitive development through an example. Let's explore Piaget's theory of cognitive development through the example of a child's understanding of conservation. Conservation refers to the understanding that certain properties of an object, such as its quantity, mass, or volume, remain the same despite changes in its appearance. Piaget used tasks involving conservation to demonstrate the cognitive development of children across different stages. Let's follow the journey of a child named Alex through the stages of Piaget's theory using a classic conservation task, the conservation of liquid quantity. 1. Sensorimotor Stage. During the sensorimotor stage, children are primarily engaged in sensory experiences and motor activities. Object permanence, or the understanding that objects continue to exist even when out of sight, is a key milestone during this stage. Example with Alex. Alex is playing with a colorful ball, and when his caregiver hides it under a blanket, he loses interest as if the ball no longer exists. This behavior reflects a lack of object permanence, a characteristic of the sensorimotor stage. 2. Preoperational Stage. In the preoperational stage, children begin to use symbols and language but struggle with logical reasoning. Conservation tasks, where the appearance of an object changes, are particularly insightful during this stage. Example with Alex. Alex is presented with two identical glasses containing the same amount of juice. He acknowledges that they have the same amount. However, when the juice from one glass is poured into a taller, narrower glass, Alex may mistakenly think that there is now more juice in the taller glass because it looks different. This inability to conserve quantity is typical of the preoperational stage. 3. Concrete Operational Stage. In the concrete operational stage, children become more capable of logical reasoning about concrete objects and situations. They begin to understand conservation and can mentally reverse actions. Example with Alex. Now, Alex is given the same task with two glasses of juice. He is likely to understand that the amount of juice remains the same regardless of the changes in appearance when poured into different glasses. Concrete operational thinkers can grasp the concept of conservation and demonstrate the ability to reverse actions mentally. 4. Formal Operational Stage. In the formal operational stage, individuals can think abstractly and engage in hypothetical reasoning. Example with Alex. As Alex enters adolescence, he may be presented with a more abstract conservation task, such as the conservation of weight. He can now understand and reason about hypothetical scenarios. For example, he might comprehend that the weight of an object remains the same even if it is broken into smaller pieces. Summary. Piaget's theory of cognitive development helps us understand how children like Alex progress through different stages of cognitive abilities. From a lack of object permanence in the sensorimotor stage to the development of conservation understanding in the concrete operational stage, Piaget's stages provide a roadmap for cognitive growth. The theory helps educators and caregivers tailor their interactions and teaching methods to the child's current stage, fostering optimal learning and development.